Are you still working at the garbage dump? I'm so embarrassed that my brother is married to you. Maria, what a way to greet me. What do you need? You haven't answered my question yet. Are you ashamed that you work as a dustman? I'm not. I don't work as a dustman anymore. Didn't I tell you that I now run my own recycling business? Isn't that basically the same thing as a dustman? I mean, you're still dealing with garbage. I'm sorry, but I can't invite someone like you to my wedding. I don't want you to show up reeking of garbage. You're getting married. I didn't know that. Well, now you know. I'm engaged. I'm so in love with my fiancé. Well, that's great. Congratulations. When's the big day? You're not planning on coming, are you? I'm sorry, but you're not invited. I can't have people knowing that my sister-in-law works at a garbage dump. Why do you care so much what I do for a living? It's not nice to make fun of someone's job. You shouldn't be so condescending. Yeah, whatever. By the way, do you want to know who my fiancé is? You're gonna be so surprised when you find out who. I'm getting married to the son of a famous politician. Everyone in our neighborhood knows him. I see. You must be so proud of yourself. Are you jealous? My life is so much better than yours. You might be marrying into an important family, but that doesn't change who you are. Don't you feel miserable that while you spend your time around garbage, I'll be sitting inside my beautiful house sipping some wine? I love my job, so I'm not envious of your life. And I'm happily married to your brother. I don't compare my life to anyone else's. You're such a hypocrite, and it's irritating. I know that you're just being superficial. You can drop the act. You're the one that wants to feel more important by shaming me, but it's not working. I don't feel a thing. You're being rude to me, but I'm used to that by now, and I'm more than okay with not being invited to your wedding. That's good to know. I'm going to have an intimate wedding ceremony with close friends and family. And for the reception, we're inviting tons of people, including influential people from our neighborhood. I have so many things to do in my preparation for my lavish wedding. You don't need to come to the ceremony or the reception, though. Yes, I'm okay with that. I know that you really want to be there, but you're not going to fit in. It's sad that we're going to be living in two completely different worlds. I'm not sad. I'm happy with the life that I have. I'm annoyed that you think your life is so great. You don't know what you're missing. Well, I'm glad that we agreed that you won't be coming to my wedding. I don't need a trashy person like you to ruin my big day. There's no need for you to be so cruel to me. You need to work on that personality of yours before you get married.
Melanie, Maria tells me that you're not even coming to our marriage ceremony. But I think that you should be there.
Maria doesn't want me there. I think it's best that I don't attend.
But Maria's getting married to Nate's son.
You mean that politician? That's a problem. I've recently started a new project with Nate. Maybe I should go as one of the groom's guests.
Yes, I think you should. It'd be rude not to attend Nate's son's wedding. And Nate seems to know that you're my wife.
Oh, really? Did Maria tell him?
I don't think that she did. Maria doesn't seem to understand what you do for a living.
Yes, you're right. As a politician, I guess they would look into our family.
Uh-huh. So you should be at the wedding.
That makes sense. I'm going to let Maria know that I'm going to be at the wedding after all. I hope that she doesn't get too upset about this. She's been ignoring my text messages lately. Hopefully when I explain the situation to her, she won't mind me being at the wedding.
Yes, I'm sure that she'll understand after you explain everything to her.
Okay, I'm going to get in touch with her now. It's nice that we get to attend the wedding together as a couple after all. You bitch! Why are you at my wedding? I told you not to come. I'm shocked, to say the least. How could you spill wine all over me? That was totally uncalled for. This is all your fault. I asked you not to come and you came anyway. I have every right to be furious with you right now. I'm glad that I kicked you out when I did. Didn't you notice that the groom's family was watching you spill wine on me? They don't care. They must have thought some homeless woman wandered into our wedding by mistake. I don't think that a homeless person would be wearing such a fancy dress. Look, I didn't invite you to the wedding and there's no place for you at the reception. Go home, you smelly woman. You really are a piece of trash, you know that? I don't want you to come anywhere near me. I hate you so much. You stink. I'm going to marry a politician. I can't be seen with a loser like you. I want you to leave me alone. You must think so lowly of yourself. Why do you feel the need to put me down so that you can feel better about yourself? I've tried to get along with you because you're Todd's little sister, but I've had enough. Your behavior is inexcusable. How could you even think that I wanted you at my wedding? I don't want a dustman to come to my big celebration. It's too embarrassing. You got what you deserved when I spilled that wine on you. Now leave me alone and stop trying to sabotage my wedding. Fine, I'm leaving. I need to eliminate that hideous odor of yours. I hope that you're happy. I'm cutting you out of my life and I don't want anything to do with you anymore. You're just a stranger to me now. I'm more than happy to cut ties with you. Good riddance! Now I don't have to have a dustman as part of the family. You're gonna come to regret this, I assure you. I have 200 missed calls on my phone. Leave me alone. You're the one that didn't want anything to do with me. What could you possibly need from me? I don't plan on picking up a phone call from a complete stranger. Melanie, I need you to come back to my wedding venue now. What? I need you at my wedding. The situation's changed. Please do me a favor and come back. Let's sit down and talk. This was a big misunderstanding. I have nothing to say to you. Look, I made a mistake, okay? Can't you forgive me? No, I can't. I'm done talking to you. I left your wedding like you asked me to. What more do you want from me? You're being very selfish. I finally realized that you're not a dustman after all. Why didn't you tell me that you have a successful business? Does this mean that you collect garbage as a hobby then? I told you what I do for a living many times. You just don't want to listen or understand. My business is dedicated to finding effective ways of recycling garbage. I've been working with Nate's family on a government project to reduce trash and promote recycling. Nate's family knew that I was your sister-in-law, so it would have made sense for me to be at your wedding. But you didn't want me to come. I'm part of the reason why Nate's family allowed their son to get married to an unemployed person like you. So you're the reason why Nate proposed to me? I don't believe this. You basically said that I was a piece of trash. But isn't it ironic that you ended up getting engaged to a future politician because of me? I had no idea that you were the one that helped me get engaged to my fiancé. I'm sure that you didn't. Had you been more considerate, none of this would have happened. Please come back, Melanie. I'm really sorry about all the things that I said to you up until now. My fiancé and his family are furious with me, and my family doesn't know what to do. Can't you do this for Todd? Please come back. I don't want to cause any trouble for Todd or your parents, but there's no way that I'm going to forgive you for what you did to me. So you're not coming back to the wedding venue then? That's right. I don't ever want to see your face again after what you did to me. You make me sick. My wedding is going to be canceled. Please, this is an emergency. I'm sure that the wedding is going to be called off. That's inevitable. Who knows? Your family may not want anything to do with you anymore after. I wouldn't blame them. You created this mess. My family would never cut me off. They're my family. How do I fix this? You need to figure that out on your own. You're not a child. You can't make fun of a person and expect that they'll put up with it. There's no way I'm going to help you. Melanie, I'm in a lot of trouble. My brother just left the venue. He's livid and says that I'm no longer a sister to him. Why is this happening to me? I never expected things to turn out this way. Well, you need to deal with the reality of what is currently taking place. Todd is my husband. Of course he'd be angry that you spilled wine on me and kicked me out of the venue. Don't expect him to forgive you anytime soon. I guess that you're right. You're just gonna have to deal with this on your own. So that's it then? I'm on my own? I'm not going to give up so easily. I'm gonna keep on calling you. Don't you want to speak to Nate's family in person? I mean, you're working with them. I'm going to speak to them directly and apologize to them for what happened. I don't want to be there when you cause another scene, and I can't stand to be in the same room as you. Don't say that, Melanie. We're family. No, we're not. Todd and I have cut all ties with you. You never wanted me at your wedding, and I'm not going to go just because you changed your mind. I guess you were smart to kick me out before your fancy reception began. None of your guests will know what a monster you truly are. Nate's family was lucky too because they didn't have to air their dirty laundry to their guests. What am I going to do now? That's not my problem. You can continue to call me if you want, but I won't pick up. Enjoy the rest of your wedding. Melanie, you used to be so nice to me. What happened? Don't you want me to be happy? Can't you come help me out? You're not my problem anymore. Stop pestering me. You should take this opportunity to grow up and take responsibility for your actions. I don't want to grow up. I like myself just the way I am right now. I want to marry into a prestigious family and drink wine from noon. Do what you want. It doesn't concern me. I'm sure that Nate's family will not make the mistake of having their son marry you. Good luck, Maria. You must be so glad that you got rid of me. I'm not. I want to be your little sister again. I didn't understand your job until today, but now I do. I respect you now, knowing that you're a successful business owner. Well, that means nothing to me. Goodbye, Maria. It was nice knowing you. Wait, Melanie, please don't do this. You mean less to me than trash. I have nothing more to say to you. I hope that your fiancé doesn't call off the wedding. Melanie and Todd cut Maria out of their lives, and Maria's wedding was called off. Maria was all alone with no hope. Even her parents didn't want anything to do with her. She had no place to live after her parents kicked her out of their house. Maria had never worked a day in her life, and she had no savings, so things were going to be very tough for her from that point on. Maria tried to ask for Melanie's help, but Melanie wanted nothing to do with her. Melanie said that she could hire Maria as a dustman, but she'd also have to live at the garbage dump. Of course, Maria didn't want that, so she chose to be homeless instead. Maria's family never heard from her again. We can't help but feel a little sorry for Maria, but she has to take responsibility for her actions.
Hannah, are you planning on coming out again for another one of our family reunions? You really are quite the stubborn girl, aren't you, considering that you don't even have any connections to the rest of my family?
Good evening, Pam. I am planning on coming out again to your family reunion, but I didn't think that was going to cause such a problem for you.
Well, it will be a huge problem for us here, indeed. You really are going to be getting in all of our ways by showing up yet again, and I'd like to recommend you stay home instead.
Wait, I really don't see how I'm getting in the way.
I've heard that recently you've been complaining about having to work over and over again, and that's why you never make anything for my son to eat. Ken is going to starve because of you. Start feeding my son some more meals soon, or else. Can't you see the whole reason he's coming back home to me all the time is because you never make him any food? He always comes in saying that he hasn't eaten in days, and that you're never home to help make him something after he gets out of work. Seriously, why did he have to end up marrying such a useless woman as you?
I'm sorry, but in my case, I happen to have a lot of work going on and not a lot of time to be home. And so to make sure that things around the house don't go sideways, I ask him to handle some of the chores for me. He should be more than capable of cooking for himself if he needs to, and I am totally fine with him dining out if he doesn't have the time or drive to cook.
Really?
So now do you understand why I haven't always been there to cook for him recently?
I cannot believe any of this.
What?
Making your husband do all the cooking and chores for you? What the hell do you think you're doing to my son? He should be out working a job himself instead of sucking up to a wife like you.
Huh? Well, right now I'm the one working outside the house for the most part.
Well, I've never heard anything about that from him. I'm telling you right now that you forcing him to do all the housework while you go out and play around is what makes you an awful wife. Can't you see you're an embarrassment?
I feel that you coming to talk to me about all of this is not the right choice. I'd recommend you go talk with your son if you have any further things to talk about. Goodbye now.
Ken even said it himself. He's told me that he's starting to think that getting a divorce isn't all too bad of an idea after all.
Excuse me? Is that something Ken has really said about us?
Well, of course it is. If he wasn't saying these things right now, then why would I be lying to you about it? From what it looks like, Ken is starting to become really stressed out by what you've been doing to him. I think he's at his limits now with the way you've been handling things. And I'm sure you're well aware my son can find another wife after you in seconds. After all, you are just an old hag at this point, and he's better off throwing you in the garbage and finding himself a younger and more attractive wife.
So he's really been saying these things? Well, it might also be that you're having delusions about all of that, and he's never said anything close to what you're thinking. I guess I really should go have a chat with him about all of this now. Well, I'm going to ask him later today then what he thinks.
I've already told him about how it's time he leaves you, and that I have your guys' divorce papers all ready to go and everything now. I think the best option for you now is to start looking for a new place to live after he leaves you.
Thank you for the recommendation. I'll think about it.
I'm not joking around anymore. Hurry up and come back here right now. Where did you run off to anyway?
I felt that I was no longer needed in a place like that, so I went ahead and made my way out. Not only were you making jabs at me before today, but when I arrived to see everyone, you started to pick on me even more. But I guess I'm not all too surprised since you've been acting like that towards me for a while now. And this time I just happened to realize I can't take that crap from you anymore.
What's gotten into you? Are you trying to say it's my fault you're leaving now?
Well, aren't you being a terrible mother-in-law to me?
Excuse me?
I was already prepared for you to say some pretty mean things to me today at their reunion. But today you said that everyone would be allowed to eat that Wagyu steak, except for me, who you called a stranger. And then following that, you continued to call me names like a fifth grader would. Well, I'm not going to be your punching bag any longer, Pam.
What's so bad about that? I mean, you are a stranger after all, right? How could any of us ever consider calling you a part of our family? And as of right now, you already know that Ken is going to divorce you, and then you really will be a complete stranger, right?
I know that very well. And I know that you will go as far as it takes to make sure that I'm aware that you don't see me as part of your family. But today was too much for me. I could no longer sit around letting you act that way towards me.
What are you going on about? You're the one that came to our family event uninvited, so can you stop whining about what I said about you? Maybe if you would have just listened to me and never came in the first place, you wouldn't have to be crying like a baby now.
Ah, is that so? So you're going to tell me it's my fault now that you made the atmosphere of the reunion go sour?
That's right. Who else besides you could have caused all that? Today was supposed to be the day my family got together to enjoy one another's company and eat some dang good steak. And since you came uninvited, you're only allowed to eat the fat caps.
I'm going home.
Oh my, you really did let all of this get to you.
Say whatever you'd like about me and what I'm doing. I see there is no further meaning to me being around you today, and that's why I'm heading home. But listen, Pam.
What?
I'm totally fine with us both becoming complete strangers since that's what you want. But know that I won't be the one in trouble after I've gone home. Please don't forget what I've said, okay?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I'm so happy right now to see that you'll be out of my hair forever. This is the best day of my life.
Is that really how you feel? Well then, I hope you can continue being that happy when I'm gone. I'm heading home now, so good day to you. And make sure to tell Ken that I'm on my way home now as well, and if he wants to know why I've left, tell him to look at the text I'll be sending him shortly.
And while you're at it, you leave my son and get the hell out of his house for me.
I believe that I will go ahead and do that. Now, goodbye.
Hannah, where are you at right now? I'm sure my son has been trying to call you plenty of times as well right now. Why are you not answering his calls?
I don't see any reason to answer his calls, and I'm on my way back home now.
Huh? So you were being serious when you said you'd be going back home?
I told you a few times that I was heading home, didn't I? That should have meant to you that I was indeed going to head home. And why wouldn't I be heading home after the amount of times you bullied me? You even made it pretty clear to everyone that I was only allowed to have the sides while everyone else got to eat that Wagyu steak. All of that crap from you really got on my nerves and actually made me quite angry.
I don't care about what happened to make you leave. Right now, my husband is pissed off at me, and things aren't looking so good anymore.
And he has the right to be pissed at you.
Huh? So this all really is because of you and what you planned?
I didn't plan anything. You just happened to get on my last nerve and made me angry. I had originally really enjoyed everyone in your family and saw myself as a part of you guys. But today I lost all those feelings and no longer see myself as your daughter-in-law. So, I told your husband and your son that I'd no longer be sending you guys any money and that I'd no longer financially support his business.
Huh? Sending us money? Financially supporting his business?
I'm sure you had no idea about any of this going on, but after having heard about this from me, I'm sure your face has turned ghostly white, right? And I'm sure that with your husband being so upset with you now, the reunion is pretty much over, right? It must look like hell there right now with him cussing and flailing his arms around all over the place.
It sure is hell here. He's been tearing into me in front of literally everyone in the family. If anything, he's making it look as though I'm the one that did something wrong here.
Well, you're not wrong to think that you did, in fact, do something very wrong.
It's all because of my husband getting this mad at me that I've been completely embarrassed in front of the whole family. Why is this all happening to me? What the hell is this about you sending us money? And what kind of financial support have you been giving his company?
You seem to be the only person that never knew a thing about both those things. Even Ken knew about all of this. Yet he let you act like that towards me for some reason, making me second-guess my relationship to him.
What are you talking about, Hannah? Explain all of this to me right now.
Did your husband not explain it all to you yet? When your husband's company was going under, I came in with the help of my company to help him back up.
Huh? His company was going under?
Last year, one of his customers ended up going bankrupt, so his company never received any of the money promised to him by them, and that led to his company going into the red. And it was expected that his company would fall soon after as well because of all that. But thanks to my company and the fact that I bought a lot of shares in his company, he was saved from having to kiss what made his money goodbye. And ever since then, I've been the primary shareholder of his company.
What kind of story is that? This is the first time I'm ever hearing of such a thing happening to him.
Well, based on how my husband never told you anything, I guess it runs in their genes. And had he explained all of this to you, I'm sure you would have never listened, considering the kind of woman you are.
He didn't need you to help him.
Say whatever you think, but had it not been for me, your husband would have lost his company and after that, all his money. And of course, since he's the father of my husband, I decided to continue supporting his company. But after what's happened with me today, I believe that I no longer can afford to hand over any more money to him, and therefore will stop helping his company stay about the water. That's why I told him a little bit ago about everything. And also, I haven't only been supporting his company through money, but through lending equipment to him. But I'm going to need all that back from him now. So just be aware that his company might not be able to operate after the end of this week.
Wait! I get that you keep going on about your guys' work and everything, but I can't understand half of it.
You did know that I have a company of my own, right?
I knew that. I heard that part from everyone already. But a company being run by a female? Really? I was sure that you only ran a small little place for fun to get out of doing the chores. Perhaps you were just running one of those online-only businesses or something, right?
My work is not for play, and I'd never do anything to try and get out of doing chores unless it were making me millions. And as for online-only businesses, you can make a lot of money through them and influence a lot of people. Of course, my business is a lot more than an online business now, as I have offices everywhere, and I am considered larger than your husband.
I never knew that.
Well, that's just how it is, Pam. And now I'm aware that you don't want me in your family anymore. And for some reason, your son, my husband, doesn't seem to care about how you harassed me all these years. So I'm going to leave your family, now that it's very clear to me there's no way of being seen as your daughter-in-law. I have done all I could to help you and your family through your tough times, but I can no longer afford to do all that for any of you. I'm so happy to be a stranger to you all now.
Hold on, Hannah. What do you mean by that?
I'm saying that I'm going to go ahead and divorce your son. And thanks to that advice you gave me before, I've prepared everything for our divorce, including those divorce papers you gave me. So when I get back home, I'm heading right to City Hall with them and handing them in. And that will make us being strangers official. Isn't that just wonderful?
What? You really went ahead and prepared for that? And Ken was okay with all of it?
He happened to care more about what you told him to think of me than about how I was supporting you guys in your husband's company. Such a freaking idiot he is. He started to talk down to me because he saw that you were picking on me. And to be honest, I was thinking of leaving him even before you recommended it to me. So thankfully, I was in the same boat as all of you and got all this prepared just in time.
But then, what's going to happen with you being the primary shareholder for my husband's company?
Huh? Have you not listened to a single thing I've been saying? I'm going to be leaving your son and become a stranger to you all, so I will no longer invest in your husband's company. And I already told that to your husband, hence why he's so upset with you now.
What? So you actually want to go through with stopping all that support?
Why wouldn't I want to? You made it clear to me that you don't need my money anymore. But hey, thank God we can all be complete strangers now, right?
This isn't about you being a stranger to me now. What are we going to do if my husband's company falls back into the red after you pull your money out? He's only going to become even more pissed at me, and the next time I'm sure he'll not go easy on me.
I don't give a flying frick about what happens to all of you.
Huh?
Jesus freaking Christ, are you that selfish about everything? You've been telling me how much you want me to be a stranger, yet now that I'm leaving you and all your family, you're going to start crying that you want me back again. My husband may not have seen it at the time, but the way you guys treated me is now going to really affect your husband. Big time. So don't cry about it to me, because that's all on you.
What do you mean it's all on me? I'm your mother-in-law. You think you can just blame me for all of this?
I sure do. And I am. And so will your husband. Also, you're not even my mother-in-law anymore. So go screw yourself, please. You asked for me to become a stranger to you, and I answered. But now that I've answered, you might have to find out what to do about your husband's soon-to-fail company.
Excuse me? You're a huge jerk for doing something like this to me.
But this is all the fruits to your labors, correct? Go apologize to your husband now for all of this. And hope to God that your apologies will be enough to get him to forgive you.
What am I going to do, Hannah? All of this could be saved if you just came back here and enjoyed this steak with us, right? You know now that I never meant for things to go this far, right? My husband is seriously going to kill me over this, so please come back.
It's a little bit too late for that, Pam. I'm starting to really feel hungry. So I think I'll go enjoy myself a nice juicy steak on my way home.
You can come back here and have one of the steaks we have. You can have mine and I'll eat something else.
No, thank you. If I came back there and saw your face, I might lose my appetite. Now you go ahead and take care of all your problems yourself, please. You and I are both strangers now, so you shouldn't be asking me to help with your personal troubles anyway. And don't ever talk to me again, okay? And one final thing. This house is under my name, so go tell Ken that he's got nowhere left to go home to now. Well then, you have a wonderful rest of your evening with a husband that wants to kill you and a son that's too stupid to understand what's happened. Even after all that, Pam tried her hardest to come to me asking for help as much as she could. But I had already handed in our divorce papers, and so she was nothing more to me than a complete stranger, as she'd always wanted. And as for her husband being pissed at her, he ended up taking things all the way to court. And there, he forced her to get a divorce from him, and then proceeded to have her kicked out of his house, where she is not left living on the streets. She was also given nothing of his properties due to her having damaged his business with the way she had acted, and so she had nothing to her name besides the clothing on her back and a few other accessories. In Ken's case, I threw all his things out of the house, along with all his furniture, and he ran off to go find his mother before the two of them started to live in a rundown apartment together. He did try one or two times, crying on the front porch to come and get me to let him inside, just a few weeks after the divorce. But I was never home when he was there, and only learned about all this from a neighbor of mine who said they called the police on him since he wouldn't shut up. The rest of the family also cut ties to those two, which has left the both of them still wondering what exactly they did wrong to deserve all of this. Pam's now ex-husband ended up having to sell his company soon after I stopped supporting it, and he sold it to no one other than me, so that I could incorporate it into my company. And he told me in this sale that he was sort of thankful for all that happened, as even he was getting fed up with his son and wife always trying to leech off him. I guess I wasn't the only one that got off okay in the end. And it's really great to hear that he can have a faster start to his retirement now that he doesn't have to support that nasty witch Pam.
If your younger brother is going to get married now, the whole family has to support him. And we already talked about how you are going to pay for the whole wedding as his older sister. So please don't think you can talk your way out of things this time. You're joking, right? Send me $70,000 right now. You already know all of my bank account details, so I expect that money to get into it by the end of the day today. Wait, hold on a second. I literally have no idea what you're talking about right now. Is Davis really going to get married now? And with May? That's what I'm saying right now, aren't I? He's amazing, isn't he? For someone who had been a shut-in all his life, he's finally getting married. And to someone as gorgeous and fun as May, he really is an adult now. Well, he's still a shut-in right now, though, and him getting married now isn't going to change anything. Honestly, I think it's only going to make him worse. You need to stop getting so jealous of him right now just because you're the one that's still single. You're making yourself look like a disgrace. Wait, the reason I can't get married is... Allow me to tell you the reason why you can't get married. First of all, you are very narrow-minded, and second of all, you're always so sassy. And when it comes to the way you speak to others, you're always so rude and defensive. Any one of these things wouldn't be much of an issue, but considering that you have them all, nobody is willing to marry you. Oh, we can also talk about your looks. How dare you talk about your own daughter that way? It's because you're my own daughter that I might be able to talk to you like this. Oh, Jesus. So, this is what they mean by having selfish kids that don't care about their parents' feelings. How come you're the one calling me selfish when it's you and David who rely on my income? I think both you and him just don't like the person that I am, right? My goodness. You're always fighting with me like that. Nothing about you has changed from the past. You take a look at your little brother right now and learn from him. That kid is always listening to what I have to say to him, right? Why are you asking me to look and learn at my little brother who doesn't have a job and is always sitting in the house all day playing his video games? Now answer this, Mom. Why are you always spoiling somebody like him when I'm the one who's working my butt off making all the money for this family? Because David happens to be a good little kid for me. He and I never have to talk about him getting a job or him being a shut-in either. He's just a better person than you all around, and that's why I never complain about him. And unlike yourself, he's told me that he'll be willing to show me my grandkids one day. And who do you think is going to be the one to raise that grandchild of yours? Not only does David not have a job right now, but neither does May. I feel like neither one of those jobless shut-ins should be having a kid in this day and age. I'm telling you right now to stop acting so twisted talking about him like that. He's not even here to defend himself right now, which makes you look all the worse. How can you even call yourself a mother right now when you talk to me like this? Jeez, all of this on top of already having to deal with a really suspicious person at work today? Anyway, with you being his older sister, you're going to be the one paying for his wedding, understood? It's going to be $70,000. You can handle that, right? After all, you are the CEO of your own company. I seriously don't have any clue what you were talking about right now. What is going on with you right now? Are you seriously going to get married to May now?
Oh, did you already hear about that from Mom? Well, I seriously am going to get married to her. I heard that by getting married, you're more likely to get help from the government, and that's why I want to marry her.
So that's your reason for wanting to be with her?
Well, of course, that's not the only reason I want to be married to her. For May and I, it already feels like we're both living together, and I'm sure if I get married to her right now, it'll make Mom feel a whole lot better about herself, right?
Well, if you want to make Mom feel better about herself, how about you get a job?
Lena, I feel as though I've already told you this before. I am a pro gamer right now, and that means playing games is my job.
Listen, David, I don't mind you calling yourself a pro gamer or anything like that, but at least start calling yourself that once you're making some money.
And to make sure that I make a lot of money as a pro gamer, I have to continue to practice over and over again. When it comes to us gamers, playing every day is the best thing we can do for ourselves. It's like being a pro athlete, training over and over again for the big day.
And if you were a real pro gamer, I would support you in what you're doing. I, for one, actually happen to like video games myself and have watched a lot of esports tournaments before. But listen, David, have you ever even been in a gaming tournament before?
Recently, I haven't had the time to get into the tournaments, but I'm telling you, the next tournament that comes up, I'm gonna play in it and leave some lasting impressions. And that's why right now I'm not even sleeping because I'm training so much for those tournaments.
What do you mean you haven't had the correct timing to get into these tournaments? It's not like you're doing anything else with your day, so make time to actually play in them for once.
Either way, you can't keep calling me a shut-in like that all the time. So when it comes to that 70 grand Mom was asking for, make sure you hand it over to her.
If you keep thinking you're not some kind of shut-in, then how about you pay yourself? Are you not aware of how ridiculous everything you're saying is sounding right now?
You're just jealous of me, aren't you, Lena? I know because Mom told me before about you. You happen to still be single and haven't even had a chance with another man in a long time. So when you see me and May having a good relationship with each other, you only grow more jealous and upset.
You're not even listening to what I'm saying anymore. By the way, what is May even doing right now for a living? Can't she at least go out and find a job so you guys can make a little income?
Right now, May is working as a YouTuber, so she's doing the same thing as me right now, working an incredible job inside of her comfortable room, so there's no reason for either one of us to have to leave the house to go work.
Ugh, you are still saying that she's doing those things? Then tell me, David, how many videos has May made so far as a YouTuber?
She's made one video so far, and that was her debut video.
So she's still only made one video so far for her YouTube channel, and that was a half a year ago. Yet you're still going to call her a YouTuber? The both of you really need to have a good look at your reality right now. Like, seriously.
Shut up! You're the one that should be taking a good look at your reality. How about you stop screwing around all the time and go out and find yourself a man who you can marry? Oh, but unlike me, you're both ugly and stupid, so there was never going to be a chance for you to find a man. I think it's best that you start finding a liking in women instead.
I've had enough of this. Even trying to care about your situation right now is going to make me go insane.
Sure, I'm the one who's going insane right now listening to you. Anyhow, you need to make sure to pay that 70 grand to Mom as soon as possible, all right?
God. Excuse me, Lena, but where have you gone off to? I noticed that all of your things have disappeared out of your room as well. I'm sorry, but I ran away from home in the middle of the night. I am no longer going to be affiliating myself with any of you anymore. Well, that is nothing but fantastic news to my ears. Because I'll never, ever have to see you in that arrogant attitude of yours ever again. But just make sure to keep sending your brother and I the money for this house and the food, all right? You're the older sister after all, so that's only natural for you, right? I have no reason to be sending you both money anymore. What? What I just said meant that I am cutting ties to you now. Last night I made that decision and boy, did it feel great. I was wondering why I had to be the one taking care of two useless people, and it came to me that there was no reason for it at all. You hold it right there! Whoever said that you had any right to be cutting ties to David and I? I don't need anyone telling me whether I have the right to or not. Would you like me to go to Dad's grave or something and ask him for permission? You listen here. That's the kind of sassy and arrogant attitude that I'm talking about. You're making it out like you're the one who's better than the rest of us here. Well, that's because I am better than the both of you. Didn't you realize that already? I've been the one paying for literally everything that has to do with the family. From the house and its rent to the food and other crap everyone needs. And it hasn't just been the both of you either recently, but May as well, who just came crawling right in with the rest of us and isn't even adding anything to the family. So no matter how you think of it, I'm the best here. I'm the god of all you heathens. You're having to do all of that for us because we're your family. And remember me, the one that raised you from the moment you were formed in my belly? Excuse me? The only person I ever remember caring for me was Dad. And ever since he passed away, I have had to take his place and work for the rest of you. You really seem to think that we all have to repay you for doing that. You're the one that just said you were the one that raised me all this time in a condescending tone, right? That makes you far more of a dick than I am right now. Well, so be it. Since this is the way you want to handle things, don't even bother coming back to this house anymore. Now that you cried about all of those things, you're feeling a lot better, right? Not at all. I won't be feeling better about things until after I've cut ties to you all completely. Are you still not aware of that either? I'm not going home. Listen, you. If you don't actually come back here, then what are we all going to do? I don't care. How about the three of you do something with your lives and get jobs? What the hell was that? Then what are we supposed to do about David and May's upcoming marriage? You're the older sister, right? Are you telling me that you have no interest in paying for their wedding? Why the hell do I have to hand over $70,000 to you? How about those two just go to the courthouse, hand in their paperwork, and get married without a wedding? It would be practically free that way. They're not going to do that. Oh, you really are such a cold-hearted woman. I am? I wonder who I got that from. With all of that having been said, I am no longer going back home. Goodbye forever now, Mom. You hold your horses, Lena.
Yo, Lena, what do you think you're doing cutting ties to both Mom and me? Are you abandoning all of us now after you left the house without telling a single person?
Actually, yeah, I am abandoning you all. From now on, the three of you will have to figure things out there.
That can't be! If you really do leave us forever, you're gonna be upsetting Mom!
And I am totally fine with her being upset. If anything, I'd love it if she got so upset that she had to cry about it.
What? What do you think Dad up in heaven will think about all of this? I'm sure he's gonna be so saddened by all of this.
I like to believe that Dad will actually be really happy to see me breaking ties with all of you. After all, it was only he and I that actually amounted to anything in the family.
That's not true at all. How could he be happy about you throwing away the rest of your family like that?
Well, hold on a second. You're the pro gamer, aren't you? And you told me that May is still a YouTuber. As long as you both keep doing that, you should be able to support the family off that income, right?
I told you before that I'm not making any income yet with this job. It's not as easy as you think to be able to make a living off of being a professional. Life is not as easy as you think.
I never thought I'd be getting told that by you. Well, anyway, I'm not going to stick around to care for the three of you. And I do not plan to ever hand you guys that $70,000 you're all begging me for.
What? You're not gonna give us that money?
Why are you getting so surprised by me saying that? If anything, I'm the one who's shocked that you feel like your marriage would be worth my $70,000.
But wait, if we don't have that money, we'll be in trouble. Please, Lena, please.
I'm sure that it doesn't cost $70,000 to get married to someone like May.
It's not about the marriage itself, but the fact that I've got to use $70,000 on some other things.
Huh? What was that? What are you planning to do with my money?
I need to pay off my debt. It's getting to that point now where if I don't start to pay it off soon, I'll be in major trouble. And it seems that they already found out about where I live.
Hold it right there, David. Tell me exactly what happened there. What kind of debt did you get into? I didn't even realize that you were in so much debt right now.
It's all because May wanted so many things from me. And so I just thought that later on I'd have you pay back all of that debt for me.
So it was all a lie that you needed the money for a wedding?
I mean, if we were to have a wedding, who all would be willing to actually come to it? Both myself and May have been neats all our life, which would make it a waste of money.
You're being way more open about all of that than I thought. Wait a sec, where did a neat like you even end up borrowing all of that money from then?
I borrowed it from some guys that May knows, and she said they'd be willing to lend me a bunch of money. However, recently they've really been getting on me about paying them back.
What? Wait, does that mean...
They required that I sign for a very high interest rate, and now it's coming to bite me in the ass. I told them about where you worked and everything, but after they visited there, they all came right back to me.
Huh? What the hell do you think you're doing? So that's what that was all about? That strange man that came into the office one day? Hold on, wait, that would mean May is...
That's right. It can't be helped how selfish of a woman she really is. But to me, that kind of a personality is really cute, right?
Think all of this through very carefully, David. Are you not aware that May is most likely associated with that group and is there to help get people into insane debt?
Hey, that's not at all the case. You're just overthinking things now.
I'm not overthinking a single goddamn thing here. The way I'm thinking about all of this is very normal for most people.
I'm telling you that's not the case. There's no reason for her to do something like that. So could you please cut it out now with those stupid delusions you're having about her?
David, cut the bullcrap and take a look around you right now, why don't you? I always knew you had a hard time seeing things for the way they really are, but now you're making it seem as though you're just blind. God.
Shut up about it already. You're just starting to piss me off now saying all of that about me.
You have to understand that I'm telling the truth deep down, right? You've been tricked by her, but you're too afraid to admit it. I know as your older sister that you're not totally stupid. You've always been really calm when approaching everything and have always looked at things thoroughly enough to understand them.
Shut up already! I know that May loves me and that you're just jealous. I've even heard her say that she loves me thousands of times.
David, has there ever been anything the woman has done for you so far?
Well, about that.
And how much have you been getting used by her?
Well, in terms of money, she's used about $40,000.
So you're telling me that you've borrowed and spent $40,000 for the woman, and yet she hasn't done a single damn thing for you? And yet you're still telling me that that right there is love?
I read all over online that things like love don't have to be shown through buying things for the other partner.
I get what you're saying, but she's used you for $40,000 now, right? Are you kidding me? That's the kind of money where you'd expect to get something of monetary value back from her. No matter how much I love someone, if they were to use $40,000 from me, then I'd make sure to let them know that I expect more than just the words "I love you" back in return.
That's just because you're a cold-hearted woman and only care about things. Anyhow, Mary's not the kind of monster you keep on having the delusion that she is. And you know what? Now I'm gonna go and ask her myself about that to prove my point to you. Yo, Mary's gone and run off and I can't find her anywhere.
Are you kidding me?
I didn't think that she'd have to leave the house today, but why would May leave me like this? None of this is making any sense to me.
No, this should all be making really good sense to you now, right? You were used by her to get some money from her loan shark friends.
She left me a note on the kitchen counter. It reads, "Hurry up and pay off that money," in bold letters. This is so strange, actually, because originally it was me that gave all of that money to her.
All she did was force you to take out a loan for a large sum of money and use you for it over time, right? She must have known someone like you would be the easiest person to trick into something like that. She must have also been aware that your older sister is a CEO and knew there would be some real money in you.
No way. I know for sure that May was threatened into doing this to me. She must have just gotten scared because of those men, and that's why she took off. I know that has to be the truth.
If that's really what you want to believe that the reason was, then go right ahead. But if you're only doing that as a way to run from reality, you're better off stopping right now.
What should I be doing about all of this?
Well, I'm not going to sit around and help you with all of that. Now, you get out of that house and learn how to take care of yourself for once. Get yourself a job that actually pays you and live a new life. You can do that, right? Something simple as that. Now, please go out and do that now before it's too late.
I wonder if I can really do all of that.
Honestly, I don't know. But since you're an adult now and have been for years, you should be able to do all of that. It's expected of you in this world. So stop trying to ask me for all of this help. Help yourself instead of trying to ask others. But I'm sure all of that is going to be really tough for you when all you do is make excuses in order to run away from reality, right?
I'm not running away from anything.
The reason you never actually join any gaming tournaments is because you're too afraid to lose, and so you run away, right? If you were to just think about the moment and believe in who you are, then I'm sure you wouldn't end up in as bad of an outcome as you think. But instead, all you do is think about failing, and that's why you turn tail and run the other way.
You!
Now, do your best turning your life around while also figuring out how not to live like a total loser. And try not to upset our dad up in heaven any longer than you already have. What the hell did you end up saying to David? He is so upset and sad now that he won't even respond to any of my calls to him now. I had to show him the reality of his situation. I just hope that with his eyes opened wide to all of it, he'll start to take care of himself more and change for the better. You shut up and come back home right now. Just a second ago, a bunch of strange men arrived at the house and have been encircling it. Those are the guys who have come to reclaim all of that money David took from them. Huh? Reclaim what money? And try your best to help David pay that $70,000 to all of them when they come greet you. After all, it's only you left who can help David out with all that now. Hold on a second. So he's in debt? And what's this $70,000 all about? David is in some terrible debt right now. That $70,000 that he'd been telling you about had nothing to do with his wedding, but with paying off all of that debt he's currently in. And that debt came from May, who took advantage of and tricked David into getting into debt to give her everything she'd asked for before she took off. And the money that he's borrowed was done at an insanely high interest rate. I'm not able to think straight about anything right now. Wait, is that really true? But May was always so... I feel kind of bad for you now, but you're going to have to take great care of David now, all right? Hey, I'm asking you to please come back home right now. I promise not to bully you anymore while you're here. I've finally come around to realizing just how much I appreciate you and the person you are. I'm very sorry, but that's impossible now. I was the first one to have their eyes opened and will not be shutting them anytime soon. I had to see the reason for why I was having to give up all my time and money for you guys. When I figured that the answer didn't even exist, I really started to hate myself. I'm going to think about all of this and learn, okay? That's it. At the very least, can you, please pay off all the debt that David is in right now? I'm sure we'll be able to pay you back, all right? How does that sound? Please. You're never going to give me any of that money back. I mean, look at you both. Neither one of you has ever worked in your lives, and yet you're telling me you'll pay me back $70,000? And even if you're to get a job right after, I'm sure you both will get fired or whatever, knowing both of your personalities. That will not happen. I will do my best no matter where I have to work. I promise that you'll get your money back. So could you please give us the money to pay off his debt? If you're saying you'll try your best at whatever job you get, then how about you start right now and use your income to pay off that debt? I'm sure that if you go out there and state that you'll both start to work in order to pay all of that debt off, they will all agree to that. Even I'll step in as a guarantor in this and let them know you're telling the truth. What? You really think that's going to work on them? I think you still have time to make things right. I'm no CEO just for show, you know. And they probably aren't smart enough to distrust you anyway, nor myself, so I think it should all work out. But when this happens, you have to promise that you will work to pay off all that money. Because if you mess up again by doing nothing and not paying back the amount they're owed, then I'm not going to even bother stepping in to help. I understand. I'm sure, though, that you'll have to pay even more as the time goes on, since you're already being affected by the interest. Do your very best, all right? But if you go and leave us forever, David and I won't be able to pay for the rent or anything. I promise that I'll work seriously to pay everything off, so you come back and help us with that, all right? Even with David's help, I won't be able to pay for this place. What are you going on about right now? I am no longer going to be a part of your family anymore. The only family you're going to have now is David, and not another soul else. As family, it's only natural that you go and help them out, right? When I was finished with that conversation with my mom, I went and blocked her number before also deleting her contact in my phone. And I made sure to do the exact same things to David, so I don't think I'll ever be hearing from either one of those two ever again. I did just as I promised, and spoke with those men that were surrounding my mom's house looking for David, and told them that my mom would be able to pay them back once she got her a job. At first, it seems that both my mom and brother found work and had been trying their best to make the money they desperately needed. But after a couple of weeks, the both of them quit their jobs at the exact same time and started to borrow money from another location in order to pay off the current debt. Sure, that'll buy them a little bit more time for now, but that's only going to prolong the inevitable suffering they'll be getting put through down the road. But considering that the both of them just love to look the other way to reality and run from it, there was only a matter of time before they did all of this to themselves. Now, with those two being in even more debt than they started out battling, they will most definitely not be paying rent for the next couple of months and are on their way to becoming homeless. A few months later, I heard that those two ended up getting beaten pretty hard by the group of loan sharks they had borrowed from after the first group, and that left David totally paralyzed and my mom in a coma, which she's still not out of. But those injuries didn't get given without some sacrifice to those men, as in a last-ditch effort before they came to get their money, David bought a gun and killed one of them. Of course, the court doesn't really agree with what he's done as being a form of self-defense, and now he's on trial for murder, and will most likely end up in prison for life. Watching all of this play out from far away has shown me one thing more than anything else, and that's that family was nothing but trouble. I thank God every single day that I was given the chance to escape all of that and change my name so I'm never associated with those two ever again. And now that we're back on the subject of myself, back when I had first ran away from them in the middle of the night, I made sure to make a road trip out of it and drove all the way across the U.S. Luckily, a lot of my work can be done remotely, so my leaders agreed that I could do what I had to escape my mom. And before I knew it, I was in Oregon, signing the contract to a new apartment where I'd be starting. I'm still being asked to go back to the office once a year for our annual meeting, but besides that, I'm free to be here living life like I hadn't just gone through years of pain with my mom and brother. And now understanding that I'm going to have all of my money to myself now, I think it's time that I started to pick up some new hobbies to keep me entertained and make some new friends. And I'd better not forget the most important thing of all of this here. And that's the fact that I finally have the time and energy to go out and find myself a man to marry now.
If I'm correct, today's your birthday, right? How old are you going to be turning today?
I'm going to be 42 years old, and why the heck are you asking about my birthday now? And before we even get to that, weren't you supposed to be coming home early today? I've been waiting all day for you to be here so we can celebrate.
How lame of you to be waiting for someone that doesn't care to be home with you. There's nothing about your birthday that makes me want to be there celebrating it with you.
Is that really something you should be saying to the woman you've been married to for 15 years?
Well, be aware that those 15 years we've had together end today.
What does that mean, Tony?
I'm saying that you and I are getting divorced. I'm still in my freaking 30s, aren't I? However, you're turning 42 years old today. You're already halfway through your life, and you're going to be out of this world long before I am. Do you really think I want to stay married with someone that won't even be around for my later years in life? Who will I have around the house to help me when I'm retired and am no longer in the mood to do things myself?
What are you talking about? In just another 3 months or so, you're going to be turning 40 years old. So tell me, what the heck has gotten into you today with all of this age talk? Never before have you gone on about our ages until today, and saying that you want a divorce now because I'm a little older than you isn't going to change you still becoming a 40-year-old man soon.
I've already chosen to get divorced from you today. So, whether you like it or not, there's nothing you could do to stop me. Now, grab all your things from the house and get out of there. I already handed in the divorce papers, so it's final.
Huh? Are you really being serious about all this divorce talk right now?
Why wouldn't I be serious about all of this after all the time I've wasted talking to you about it?
Well, if you and I get a divorce, then what are we going to do about our daughter? Lainey has only just entered high school and everything, so breaking apart now would put her through a lot of unnecessary stress.
Well, Lanny's been telling me that she doesn't want to live in a house together with a hag like you anymore. Now that she realized how old you really are. She plans to stay with me and live here after you're gone.
What? She's being serious as well? Did you already talk with her and everything about the divorce you're wanting?
I have, and we decided that the both of us want you to disappear from our lives for good. At this point, not only do I not need you around anymore, but neither does Lanny.
Saying all of those awful things about me, talking with my daughter about that before my birthday is terrible. I can't even believe that you'd talk with Lainey first about divorcing me before even asking me about all of this first.
When it comes to Lanny and talking with her about serious things, it's only natural that I talk with her first. She is an amazing young woman, and I'm very much aware now that she does not want to be living together with an idiot like you. Now, you're beginning to get on my nerves by sticking around right now, so hurry up and get lost.
I seriously never actually thought that you'd be talking with our daughter about things like that. Well, it's already happened now. Thanks for telling me all of this.
Another thing, you're going to still need to pay child support after the divorce.
You want me paying child support?
I'll be the one having to keep her in my house and looking after her, so it's only fair that you pay for her.
Then what about any sort of settlements?
What are you talking about now? I'm not going to be paying you a single penny, even if you ask. That should be an amazing present for a 42-year-old woman, right? You'll lose your young and strong husband, and be forced to live by yourself as you grow older and older, with nobody around to love you.
I never could have imagined that I'd be called an old hag by you on my birthday. And I never even thought it was possible for both my husband and my daughter to talk about divorcing me behind my back. But if you are both on the same page about wanting to leave me today, then there's no helping keeping you both around me. I guess I will be leaving this house.
You are no longer going to be part of this family, and don't you ever think you can come back to us in the future. All we are to you now is a couple of complete strangers.
If that's what the both of you want to think of me. But just make sure that you both never come around me again, as I'm going to be a stranger to you both from now on as well. And don't you ever forget what I just said to you. Why are you not answering your phone? I am trying to get a hold of you because we're in a bit of a pickle over here. If you're going to do nothing besides call me over and over with no prior context, then I'm not going to answer you. Can you tell me why the heck you're trying to talk with me after 4 years have gone by? Especially after what we all agreed on after I left. This is a very scary emergency and Dad needs your help! What? He got into a serious accident and will need to get surgery done on him right away! Did you seriously not stop to think that me calling you over and over like that might mean that there's an emergency over here? I don't really care what you think about all of this. It's an emergency, and you need to answer the phone right away. Oh, could this actually mean that an old hag like you has never answered a phone call in her life on her cell phone and has no idea how to? If you've only come here to say rude things to me again, I can go ahead and just block you for good. That's not what I'm wanting to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about having you pay the $30,000 medical bill that will come with Dad's surgery. What? Ah, so that's what's going on here then. This must be some kind of scam call asking me to pay money for one of my family members even though they don't actually need it right now. Huh? What are you going on about? That's not what this is. I am telling you the truth when I say that I need you to give us the money to pay the medical bills, but this isn't a scam at all. Really, all the medical care that Dad's receiving is going to cost us $30,000, and we need that money from you. And this isn't just for him, but for your daughter as well, so pay up. Excuse me? My daughter? Right now, Dad doesn't have anyone else he can count on to pay the bills. I really hate having to ask an old hag like you for help at this point in time, but you're the only person with the money to be able to hand it over to us immediately. So, can you just get to work sending that $30,000 I've asked for to me? Sending that money to you? Why do I have to be the one to give you both that kind of money? How many times are you going to make me tell you this? Have you already become senile? Open your gosh dang eyes, old hag! Dad's got into an accident and he's going to get surgery very soon here, and so that $30,000 is needed to pay for all of the medical expenses, so give it to us. He's your ex-husband, right? And not just that, but I'm your daughter, so give us that money for our sakes, okay? I don't have a daughter, though. Huh? How about you try opening your eyes up a little, young lady? I do not have any daughters, and right now the only person I see you as is a complete stranger. Now, I don't think you're going to gain any more from me today or ever again, so I'll be going now. Hold on, you! What the hell are you talking about? You aren't going to be going anywhere right now. Do you really think you can end things between us that easily? You and your father were the ones that told me in the divorce that you no longer wanted me coming around either one of you anymore, and that you'd be cutting ties with me, right? You had both made it clear as day to me that you no longer wanted to be family and that I needed to stay a stranger to the both of you. Looks to me, though, that you both asked for more than you could handle from me and are no longer able to uphold your guys' end of the promise. That being, staying away from me. What the hell are you talking about? We had all ended things off by saying we'd all be strangers to one another 4 years ago, right? So that means that for the past 4 years and continuing on after this, you are not my daughter. And if you think that you saying you're my daughter now just because you need money from me is going to change that fact, it will not. I'm sorry, but I have no idea what kind of games you're trying to play right now. What are you saying right now? This is not the time to start joking around about what happened back then. Right now, we need to be talking about how that surgery is going to cost $30,000. And when it comes to me, I don't have that kind of money, and Dad doesn't have that kind of money in savings either. You were able to get a settlement paid out to you by Dad in the divorce back then, right? You give us that money back right now so that we can afford for Dad to get his surgery. I was given a settlement? I don't ever remember getting any sort of money in the divorce, though. Huh? It's been quite the opposite, actually. So far, I've paid your child support for the past 3 years without getting a penny from your dad or anything else in return. There's no freaking way, right? Child support? I don't even believe you for 1 second that you'd have the money nor the want to pay anything like that. Well, you don't have to believe me or not regarding something like that. I just assumed that I was still responsible for you still, even after you left me. And so that's my reasoning behind paying the child support. Even after you told me you never wanted to see me again and just wanted to be complete strangers. Just be glad that I was willing to pay your father that kind of money for you. But remember that I only have to pay your father until you turn 18 years old. Are you sure about that? Because I never heard anything from Dad about you giving him any sort of money to support me. Remember that you've been sticking around a dad that tossed his wife out of his house on her birthday while saying horrible things about her. I'm sure he'd never tell you anything about how I've been the one paying for you to be as privileged as you are. But at this point, I couldn't care less about him telling you about all of that or you believing me about it. Anyway, I don't think you or your father are in the place to be asking me for any more money at the moment, no matter how much of an emergency it is. What? So you're really not going to pay that $30,000 that we need right now? Even when I'm stressed the hell out right now because of all this? Even if you tell me that you're that stressed out right now, you have nothing to do with me and the life I currently live. It's not even like you're related to me anymore either, since you were the one that asked me long ago to forget that you were ever my daughter. I know I said some things like that, but right now the situation in the family has changed. They've changed? How have they changed? I told you that I don't think of you as my daughter anymore, and as for your father, I definitely don't see him as family anymore and gave no interest in whatever's going on in his life. You don't have to be that cold about how you really feel about us, okay? Well, don't you feel like you were cold to me back in the day when speaking to me? Huh? Whatever did I do? Well, for starters, when I was worried about you right after the divorce, I tried texting and calling you, but you'd only ever reply by asking me to shut up and stay quiet. And since months went by of you never saying anything else to me, I gave up on you. It was after how cold you and your father were to me back then that I finally realized that you both really did not care about me being around you guys anymore. And back then, I'm sure we were a bit cold to you about things. But that was 3 years ago, and I never imagined that Dad would get into such a bad accident and end up needing an emergency surgery that costs this much. If it wasn't for his situation now, I really would not be talking to you now, because I really do not need you in my life besides for money. Well, don't worry about explaining your actions to me, as I feel the same about you now. And that's why now, all we are to one another is complete strangers. Hence why I've said that I do not have any daughters. So tell me again what you want with me. If you don't have any other reason for talking to me right now besides wanting me to give you money for your crappy father, then I think we can stop talking to each other now. Hold your horses! I do not like hearing you say things like that about the both of us. So are you seriously planning to not pay for Dad's medical bills? This surgery could be the one thing saving him from dying after the injuries he sustained. Is that so? Well, that must be heartbreaking for you then. But let me be very clear that he has nothing to do with me and my life anymore. So I really do question what the hell you're going on about right now with everything you've said today. When you have a problem like that within your small family, then you guys have to figure something out on your own without getting complete strangers involved. Please and thank you. Huh? You're talking about your gosh dang ex-husband! Why are you acting like you never knew him right now? And how come you can't understand how much your daughter needs you to help her right now? You should be able to understand that when a couple has a divorce, they usually regard one another as strangers thereafter, right? That is such a far-fetched argument to make right now. A far-fetched argument? I'm just telling you what actually happens in a divorce, Lainey. And let me ask you this. Is you coming to me after years of never talking to me all just to tell me that your father was in an accident and needs money right now, not some form of you trying to scam me for my money? Did you really think you were going to get me to follow along with that story? I told you that I'm telling the dang truth. Nothing about this is a scam. Well, even if it's the truth, that has nothing to do with me. I am not in the mood to hand you guys any money, and I'm not even the one responsible for you two anymore. I've already gotten remarried now and have a family of my own that I'm very happy to be a part of. Do you think you could give me the relief of staying away from my new family and I now? Huh? You got remarried? I found myself a new man that loves me way more than your father ever did, and we are married now. And he brought along his kids with him, which I've grown to view as my own now. I have some very cute kids and a handsome and kind husband that makes up my warm and beautiful family now. What the actual hell? Do you really think now's the right time to be telling your actual daughter about something like that? The right time? You and your father are the ones that left me, so I don't care if now is a good time for you or not to be saying that. I think I have every right to say and do as I please now, since I have no ties to you guys. To be frank, I forgot about you and your father a few years ago besides having to pay child support. You guys wanted me to forget about the two of you, so of course I would forget that you guys ever existed. I am your frickin' daughter, you old hag! Yet you have the balls to tell me that you forgot about me? Well, you only ever called me an old hag, and so that made you look like garbage to me that I didn't need to remain in my life. I don't have the time for people like you to be my daughter after things like that. You have to be kidding me, right? Are you really telling me the truth right now? Of course I am. I have my own life now and a family of my own who all love me very much as their wife and mother. I have no interest in you and your father anymore, and you are both complete strangers to me, so you will not be getting any of that $30,000 from me. That man is nothing to me now. All he is a monster that cheated on me with another woman and wouldn't even pay me any sort of a settlement for that. And not just that, but also divorced me on my birthday while getting my daughter to believe that I was the problem and having me kicked out of the house for good and leaving me with nothing. And even after being kicked out of the family and the house, I was still asked to pay child support for you, and when I tried to have even a simple conversation with you, you'd call me an old hag and ask that I shut up. He cheated on you? Dad cheated on you? But I never heard anything about that happening either. And I told you why that would be. That man would never say anything to you that would make you rethink what he did to me and scare you away to my side. He made good use of you by getting full custody and then taking my money. I was really worried about you years ago when this all started, and that's why I would try and get a hold of you to tell you these things. But after time and time again of you telling me to shut up, I gave up on you for good. I was tired of trying to be a good mother to someone that only thought of me as an old hag and an idiot. Mom, just wait a second. Listen to me now. If you leave me with Dad and don't help us in any way, then what's going to happen to us? I'm going to most likely end up being on my own without him. It's disgusting to hear you call me Mom after all that time had passed, so can you just call me Anne from now on? And you'll end up on your own? You are close to being 20 years old now, so I'm sure you can make it on your own without Dad. You already know that what I've said to you is final and that you won't be getting any help from me, right? So trying to carry on this needless conversation is going to get you nowhere. All you are to me is a stranger, and I thought that's who I was to you. But with something like this going on with Dad right now, can't you just help me out this once? You don't have anything going on in your life right now that you need that money for. What the hell happened to you being the nice woman that I knew you as long ago? I can see you're beginning to get frustrated now, but you have really not begun to understand that I do not want anything to do with your father and you anymore. The whole reason this all ended up happening is because you and your dad told me to get lost and stay away forever. What? Are you really going to listen to what we told you so many years ago like that? Well, weren't you both the ones enforcing what you asked from me for years after the divorce took place? You and your nasty father were the ones that laid out the playing field for us, and all I could do was follow your guys' rules. If you still feel as though you can get me to come and help you after all that, then maybe you need to go and talk to your father first about everything. He'll tell you the same thing, and will most likely not even want my help. So, do you have anything else to say to me? Anything else to say to you? You're being a freaking witch right now! Well, if you have nothing else to say, then it's time for me to go. Wait, Mom! You're taking things way too far by saying you don't want to see me as your daughter anymore. I am asking you to please come and help me. I need your money. No. I will never talk with you ever again after this, no matter how much you think you can get away with asking me for money. You were an awful daughter, and need to understand that there's nothing you can do to change my mind about that. Now, goodbye forever. And if after today your life becomes a living hell, just know that you deserve every bit of it. Anne made it very clear to Lainey that day that she never wanted to talk to her again. In reality, Lainey was never there asking for money to help her father with his surgery in the first place, as her father was never in any accident and was not in need of any life-saving surgery. She had assumed that she could use her position as what she thought was Anne's daughter to beg for money during a fake time of need. Really, the only thing that Lainey needed that money for was to keep her from having to go out and work a real job to make income. But now that she wouldn't be getting anything, she will have to find a job just like everyone else. Luckily, Anne was never willing to fall for the lies that Lainey had tried getting her to fall for, and ended things between herself and her demented daughter once and for all. Now, Anne can really move forward from her sad past and look towards the future of being with her warm and caring family.
I'm going to be getting married to a really well-off man, Grant. We're planning to have an absolutely gorgeous wedding because of him, and I plan to invite all my old classmates. However, the only person that's not going to be invited is you.
Huh?
So I wonder if you even understand what I'm saying. Hello? Did you hear me, Grant? Do you understand? Maybe I made the mistake of thinking you could read as well.
No, I can read everything you're saying, but what do you mean?
I'm saying that you're not invited to my wedding. Can you figure out the reason why that is? That's because you're missing one of your legs. And I have no plans on having a man missing a leg at my wedding. The whole occasion would become all depressing because of you.
I'm sorry for missing a leg, but that's not going to be a problem for me. Because to be honest, I don't even want to come to your wedding. So why did you decide to go out of your way today to send me all of this hateful stuff? Did I ever say that I wanted to come? Ever?
I'm sure you wanted to come, but are just trying to act strong now because of me denying you. My wedding is the type of thing everyone around is talking about right now, and there's not one person that said they didn't want to come.
I'm very jealous of your ability to think that everyone cares about your insignificant wedding, but I really do not care about your wedding. Really, I'd have liked it if you just kept all of this to yourself and never texted me in the first place. But I understand what you want, so congrats on that wedding.
Oh, it must be so painful to know that all your other classmates are getting invited to this wedding, and yet you're not allowed to come.
You shouldn't be saying that when it's you that doesn't want me there.
Oh? So you do want to come after all. It's best if you tell me your true feelings. If you really want to keep thinking about why you're not invited, I'll give you some more time to think about it.
I already get what you mean, Camilla. Really, shouldn't you be thinking about why you seem to still want me to come?
I don't want you to come, no. There's a limit to being confused by all of this. Well, if for whatever reason you still do want to come, I guess I could let you. But there will be some conditions.
No, I told you already that I don't want to come.
If you can walk here, then I'm fine with you coming. Are you still in that wheelchair?
I don't need that chair anymore, because I have an artificial leg now.
What? Oh, it's crazy having a peg leg. Ooh. Then you still can't walk, right?
What reason do you think I got this prosthetic? I was able to get myself one and a few months of training so that I'm able to walk like I do now.
Well, that's too bad. That means you can come to my wedding now.
Camilla, I really have no clue what you want to say to me, but I really do not plan to come to your wedding. Even if you did send me a formal invitation, I still probably wouldn't have decided to go. I've gone and washed all the past away now, so I have no intention of meeting you again. At this point, the two of us have become adults, and there's no reason for you to continue making fun of me now, right?
It's funny that a man without a leg is still trying to talk back to me. I wanted you to just listen to what I had to say, and that's all. But I guess this has all just been a big waste of time. Well, it's whatever. I'm gonna take back what I said, and now you are for sure not allowed into your old girlfriend's wedding.
And I never wanted to be there in the first place, so you can rest easy now. Now stop contacting me, okay? That's all I have to ask from you. The day of the wedding...
You idiot! It's your fault for coming to my wedding uninvited even after we had all talked. What reason made a peg-legged man like you come here today?
You're the worst, Camilla. I'd always been thinking that there was something wrong with you, but looking down on me because of my prosthetic, and then pushing me into the fountain in the front lobby of the wedding hall? I don't think anyone sane could ever do that to someone else, unprovoked.
And I'm thinking you're insane for ever coming here. I told you over and over again that I didn't want you here, and yet you still came? This isn't even okay for a former classmate to do to me. So for what reason did you decide to come here and ruin my wedding?
Do you really think I came all the way to your wedding to ruin it out of spite or something?
Well, what other reason could you have? Maybe you came here to make me look like an idiot with the intention of trying to get back together? Well, that won't happen because you can't even catch me when you only have one leg. I'm so happy I had people next to me today to help me in dealing with you.
So, you think I came here with only myself in mind then? Well, even if that were the case, pushing me into that pool of water was not necessary. I can't even say that in all my time on this earth, I've ever met someone worse than you, Camilla.
Oh, shut up, Grant. What makes you think you can say that to me after coming here to ruin my wedding? I never wanted a legless man at my wedding in the first place.
You really have a problem with discriminating against me. But now that you did all of that and threw me out of there, you're going to have far bigger problems on your hands. Are you really okay with that?
What kind of problems? Having you here is the only problem. A low-class man missing a leg and having to hobble around is telling me that I have problems? Me? The one that's part of the elite now? I was hoping that pushing you into that water would make you realize that you're not even close to the same class as the rest of us. So now get lost.
I'm going now.
I want an ugly and drenched loser to be gone.
If you knew the real reason I came to your wedding today, you'd regret everything that you've done to me. But now, I really can't stand the look of your face anymore. And so, I'll do as you wish and get lost. However, I'm really looking forward to hearing about how far you fall after learning the truth.
I don't care. Just get the hell out of here. I don't want my excellent wedding getting any more tainted by you than it already has been.
I'm leaving. Enjoy your wedding. Take good care of my brother as well.
Huh?
Goodbye now.
Who are you talking about? Brother? I don't get it.
The groom today is my older brother.
Huh? Drew is?
I think when Drew finds out about all of this, he's going to have to cancel this whole wedding.
Wait, what kind of poor joke is that? Are you really that lost after what happened today? I think you need to get lost before you start to lose any more of your sanity from getting pushed into that fountain. There's just no way Drew could be your older brother.
Why can't he be?
Huh? Why can't he be?
We both have the same last name, and we have a pretty rare last name at that. So why do you think that he couldn't be my brother and be dead set on the idea of just cutting ties with me?
Wait, you're serious?
Well, whatever now. I'm going to leave now, and I don't have the patience to talk with anyone anymore. Go ahead and find out about this on your own now. But if you're starting to panic now, I think you're a bit too late. 30 minutes later...
Grant, come back here right now. Where did you run off to? Please answer me.
No, thank you. Why do you think I have the desire to listen to your actual voice now? I never want to hear that annoying voice of yours again.
Drew said that he's going to be canceling the wedding. He's wondering who it was that pushed his little brother into that pool of water. Please don't tell him it was me.
I don't think I'll ever have to tell him for him to find out that it was you.
Oh, crap, he found out.
That went by pretty fast. But I guess there weren't many people there that are crazy enough to do something like you did to me.
This is all going to crap. I've never once seen Drew this upset before. He just told me that he never ever wants to see my face again after this. There has to be something he's confused about right now, right?
Well, if you're the one that's getting this worked up over something like this, then it's probably you that's the one that caused all of this. Don't you think?
Seems like the people around me that saw what I did even went to my parents about it. They're both pissed as well now. They're saying I'm the worst human they've ever seen and don't want anything to do with me from now on.
Well, what your parents are thinking is probably the right choice.
Well, what does that mean? Do you not get that this is all your fault? I want you to get back here right now and help me.
What?
It's your fault that my wedding is going to be canceled. I never once thought that for whatever reason you'd turn out to be Drew's little brother. I'm sure that if I'd known you were his brother, then I never would have gone that far with you. So, that being said, this isn't my fault, right?
Camilla, are you trying to screw around right now?
Huh? Why? I'm just asking for you to come and help me out of this.
Even if you think that I'll come to help you, What makes you think I have any reason to help you? No matter how hard you try from now on to make this all my fault, you were the one that chose to discriminate against me. I'd say this is what you deserve. It's because of the way you thought of me that your wedding turned out this way.
There's no reason for you to be saying such rude things to me now. You're my old classmate, so you should want to help me. Knowing that you should be able to help me now, right?
And what could possibly make me want to help you just because you're my old classmate?
Come on, we're friends, right?
Excuse me? Friends?
That's why I was thinking of all this as two friends messing around with each other. I really want to marry your brother now, so please? I was finally able to find a man that thinks in the same way I do. I'll be able to become a housewife after marrying a well-off man like him. I'm literally at the part of my life where all of my dreams are supposed to come true. I can't just let myself be thrown away by him last minute.
Camilla, I think it's really time you stop screwing around about all of this.
Huh? Grant?
I can barely walk on my own, yet you pushed me into the fountain. Having a prosthetic leg like this one is pretty heavy. Do you understand that? If there weren't people there to help me out of the water, I would have been in serious trouble. I could have died.
Now, you don't have to blow it all that much out of proportion. You can calm down a bit more, right? All I wanted to do was play around with you a little bit, like a prank. I never once thought people would take all of this so seriously. Do you think we can all just calm down a little before making any huge and negative choices?
Even if you do think of it as just some prank, you still almost got me killed. And now you think that because Drew's my brother, I'll be able to help you out of the situation you put yourself into? Do you have something wrong with your head? I have no need to help you out after all of this. If you really do still want to get married to him, why don't you go and try to talk to him about this instead of me? I have nothing else to say to you now. Now it's your turn to confront the people that you pissed off about all of this.
You're kidding. I have to go and talk to them now?
Well, I already told them everything about how you've treated me.
What? Why would you do something as needless as that? I can't believe all of this right now. There was really no reason for you letting them know anything about this. Now I really can blame you for all of this. You're the one that's ruined any chance I had of making my dream come true.
Go ahead and say whatever you'd like, you dog. I know that my brother has no use for a disgrace like you, and I really hope he's lost any piece of you that he held in his heart. I had to tell them because you couldn't help yourself.
But I told you that this all isn't that big of a deal. Was everything that I did really that bad?
You still don't get it, do you? Of course it all was.
But I apologized to you for it. So you should be forgiving me now, right?
Since when did you apologize to me? And even if you did, this isn't something that a simple apology will fix. I'm going to have to take you to court over this.
Huh? To court? What the hell does that mean?
Well, I was telling my brother about this. I also asked to make sure he was okay with it. And then I called the police. I believe that they'll be arriving there pretty soon.
The police? Oh, come on now, Grant. You're just bullcrapping me now, right?
I had no intention of getting the law involved in any of this. And I didn't want to ruin my brother's wedding. But when I realized he'd be marrying a criminal, I had no choice but to take action against you. But before I even could, Drew was already on top of it. He called the police even before finding out it was you, because he wanted to make sure they got there before the criminal could get away.
Hold on. Criminal? Who here is a criminal? I'm a bit scared now.
Come on! I said it was you!
Huh?
I think that with the help of the police, you'll be able to understand all you've done wrong a whole lot better. It's one thing to make fun of me for missing a leg and all that, but pushing me into a deep pool of water is really messed up. So messed up, actually, that it can be seen as assault. Do you understand what'll happen to you if the police see it that way? You laughed at me as I struggled to get out of that water!
But I never meant for you to get hurt by any of that. Actually, I think I might have been a little bit tipsy at the time. It's my wedding, after all, so I had a little bit to drink. I might not have noticed what I was doing at the time. I might have thought at the time that it'd be funny to push you in, but now I can see it wasn't that good of an idea, huh? I'm sorry. See? Now I'm apologizing, so you can forgive me, right?
You're asking way too much now. I plan to have you burn in hell for this. I could tell that you had every intent of pushing me into that water and then laughing about it. However, it seems that in the end, you're the one that pushed yourself into the deep hole you dug.
You can't be serious, right? That's all just you talking, right? Grant, I'm really sorry for all of this. Can you please forgive me?
My condolences. I was really looking forward to my brother's wedding today. It looked like it was going to be so much fun. But I told you, didn't I? I said that you were going to regret what you'd done. After that... And just like that, the police that Drew called for had arrived at the wedding hall. Not only did the wedding have to be cancelled, but there were police now asking everyone that saw the incident about the details. At this point, Camilla was in a huge panic, and as she started to freak out, she tried to run away while still in her wedding dress, causing her to trip on it and land in the very fountain she pushed me into. However, after seeing what she'd done to me previously, no one came to save her from the deep pool. Well, however you decide to look at this whole story, we can all agree that this is exactly what she deserved. And that's probably why nobody cared that she sat there almost drowning while crawling out. Not even the parents came to come help her, nor the police, who were too busy getting ready to take her in. Actually, most of the people there began to record videos of her screaming and crying in that pool of water, before finally, an officer came over and helped her out. After that, she was taken away by the officers, and nobody really knows about what happened to her since. I bet she once thought everyone around her felt jealous about the life she had, but really, everyone must have felt sorry for how terrible of a person she was.
Olivia, are you serious about this?
Oh, what? I didn't expect you to still be contacting me.
I really need to have a proper conversation with you.
Oh, really? And what exactly do you want?
Today is your wedding day, right? I was really looking forward to it, you know? I even got myself a brand new dress, excited to celebrate this special day with you. And yet, because of you, I ended up getting egg yolk all over me.
Oh, really? Well, that was exactly what I was aiming for.
Why do I have to be treated like this? Why are you trying to kick me out of the wedding venue? After everything I've done for you, I've worked tirelessly for your sake all this time. The tuition fees for your university, the expenses for you to live on your own, I've supported you financially through all of it.
And that's exactly what the problem is.
What do you mean by that?
Do you even know who I'm marrying?
Of course I do. He seems like a serious, wonderful man.
That's not what I'm talking about. My husband is a doctor. Not just a doctor, but the eldest son of a prestigious medical family. All the guests on his side of the family attending this wedding are high-class elites.
Yes, I know. That's quite impressive.
Which is why I didn't want someone like you, someone so filthy, to attend.
Filthy? Are you calling me filthy? Why would you say that?
Because you work in the nightlife industry, obviously.
What?
I didn't want someone who works in such a dirty job to be at my wedding. You're an embarrassment.
But you've never said anything like that before.
You should have been able to pick up on it. It's not like I needed to spell it out for you.
But I only started working in that industry to support myself, and more importantly, to support you. It was with that money that I was able to pay your tuition and living expenses while you were in college.
I never asked you to work in the nightlife industry for me. Haha, what a joke.
How could you say something so cruel?
You're nothing but an embarrassment to the family. If you don't leave right now, I'll throw another raw egg at you.
But I just want to see you in your wedding dress. Isn't that enough reason for me to stay? Don't you understand that I genuinely want to celebrate your special day?
Oh, please. You're just here to show off your connections to me and try to get close to other doctors, aren't you?
That's not true at all. I really just want to.
You're nothing but a poor woman working in a sleazy industry. Who are you trying to fool?
Poor? That's not true. I've managed just fine.
Well, compared to you, I'm a total winner. From now on, I'm going to live a luxurious life as the wife of a doctor. I'll never have to worry about money again. My life is set.
Winning? Is that really the reason you're getting married? That doesn't seem right to me.
Ugh, don't act like you know anything. You're just a pathetic single woman, so don't go talking like you have any clue about how this works.
Oh, right. Sorry about that. You're right. I'm not in a position to say anything. But still, can't I at least attend the ceremony? I really want to celebrate your wedding, to be there for you.
Absolutely not. Besides, how would it look to have a woman covered in egg yolks standing around at my wedding? It'd be an embarrassment to the other guests.
But you're the one who threw the egg at me.
Shut up, I don't care. Just go home already.
Fine, I'll leave.
Yes, finally. Jennifer, where are you?
Oh, there you are, Mom.
Yeah, it's me. If you don't hurry, the ceremony will start any minute now.
I know.
Please, don't leave me alone here. I've been feeling so nervous ever since we got here.
Nervous? Why would you be nervous?
Well, it just feels strange to me that Olivia is getting married. It's a bit hard to wrap my head around it.
You think so?
Yes, from my perspective, both you and Olivia still feel like children. I can't quite shake that image, you know?
Oh, come on, stop it already. I'm 29 years old now, remember?
Right, of course. I know that. It's just that, well, I've caused you so much trouble over the years, and that thought hasn't left my mind.
Trouble? You? I don't think you've caused me any trouble at all, honestly.
No, you're wrong, Jennifer. I've definitely caused you trouble. I had you working from such a young age.
That's not your fault, Mom. The one who's to blame is Dad for abandoning us. He's the one who walked out on us and left you all alone to take care of me and Olivia. He's the one who's at fault here.
That may be true, but I still feel like I carry some of the responsibility for how things turned out.
You don't need to feel that way. The one who was wrong was him. He was the one who had an affair and left us behind. You, on the other hand, worked so hard to raise us on your own. You did everything you could to provide for us. I'm so grateful to you for that, and I always will be.
I couldn't have sent Olivia to university if it wasn't for you. It's because you took on so much work yourself and helped with the household that I was able to focus on Olivia's future. You made sure she could have the opportunities she deserved.
Mom.
It's true. But if I had been stronger, if I had managed things better, maybe you wouldn't have had to sacrifice so much. Maybe you could have had an easier life too, if I had just been more capable.
Please, let's not talk about the past like that. What's done is done. We got through it together, and that's what matters. There's no use in dwelling on what we can't change.
Yes, you're right. I'm sorry. Here I am, bringing up sad memories on such a happy occasion. This is Olivia's big day, and I shouldn't be going down this road.
It's okay, really. But you're right. Let's focus on the wedding. Go ahead and find your seat, Mom. You don't want to be late and make a scene, right?
Yes, of course, but Jennifer, why do you sound so off? Is something wrong? You've been avoiding something this whole time.
Actually, Mom, I won't be attending the ceremony.
What? What do you mean you won't attend? Jennifer, what's going on?
It's Olivia. She doesn't want me at the wedding.
What? Why would she say something like that? What's gotten into her? I don't understand.
Mom, listen, I'm going to explain everything to you, but You need to stay calm and hear me out, okay?
Okay, I'll try to stay calm. But what in the world is going on with your sister?
All right then, I'm heading out.
Yeah, well, you don't even need to bother telling me that. Just make sure you leave quickly before any of my husband's relatives see you.
Fine, I got it.
Oh, and by the way, take Mom with you as well.
What? Why should I?
Because it's embarrassing to have someone who looks so shabby hanging around, don't you think?
Shabby? Mom's doing her best. She dressed as nicely as she could for this day. She's put in effort.
You really think so? If that's her best, then it's all the more reason to get her out of here before anyone else notices.
Hey, what are you even saying right now, Olivia? Mom is the person who raised both of us all by herself. She sacrificed so much for us. She put our needs first every single time, even when it meant putting herself last. You can't talk about her like that. You just can't.
So what? Mom wants me to be happy, right?
Of course, she's always wanted nothing but the best for you. That's what any mother would want for her children.
Exactly. So if she really cared about my happiness, she wouldn't have shown up to the wedding looking like that. She should have just stayed away altogether.
What? What are you even saying right now?
I mean, come on. If people here find out that someone as pitiful as her is my mother, it'll ruin my reputation. Everyone will start looking down on me. Is that what you want?
That's ridiculous. No one is going to judge you for having Mom at your wedding.
Well, that just shows how clueless you are, doesn't it? You wouldn't understand since you're used to living like a poor person. But in high-class families like the one I'm marrying into, appearances and family background mean everything. It's all about maintaining an image, keeping up with society's expectations. That's why I kicked you out earlier. I couldn't have someone like you around ruining things. But now having Mom here, that completely defeats the purpose. So do me a favor and take her out of here, for my sake.
Mom has been looking forward to your wedding so much. She's been talking about it every day, counting down the days until today.
I don't care about that at all. I really don't. I'll send her a picture of the wedding later. That should be enough for her.
Olivia, you've changed. You weren't like this before. You weren't this kind of person.
What do you even know about me? Don't pretend like you understand me, you filthy woman working in the nightlife industry.
You can say whatever you want about me, I don't mind, but don't look down on people who work in that industry. Those people work hard every day. We try to make sure that the customers who come in leave feeling happy and entertained. We do everything we can to give them a good experience. We put our all into our jobs, so don't insult those people just because you don't understand.
Oh, please, the nightlife industry is just for people who couldn't make it in a respectable job. It's for people who are lazy, desperate, or failed at life.
That's completely wrong. You don't know anything about it. And you're not just insulting me, you're insulting everyone who works hard in that industry. Also, I will not let you talk badly about Mom like that. She doesn't deserve it.
Huh? What are you even talking about? It's Mom's fault we went through all that hardship growing up. She couldn't even keep Dad from leaving us. She's the one who let all this happen. Don't act like you've never been angry at her for that.
That's not true. How could you think that way? Olivia, what have you been watching all these years? Haven't you seen how hard she works? Every day, every single day, she pushed herself for us. She worked herself to the bone just to give us a better life.
Yeah, I saw it. It was pathetic. Watching her scrape by like that, barely making ends meet, it was embarrassing.
I see. So that's how you really feel.
Yes, that's exactly how I feel. What's the problem? Did I say something wrong?
No, you're free to feel however you want. Do as you please.
Good. Then hurry up and take Mom out of here already.
All right, I'll do as you asked. I'll take Mom out of the venue. But just know this, you're making a terrible mistake. One day, you'll regret what you've done.
Wait a minute. There's something I need to say.
What now? I'm already leaving with Mom, just like you told me to.
Honestly, you should have left a lot sooner. You were never supposed to come in the first place.
So, what's it you want to say? Make it quick.
Yeah, I know. What I want to say is this. From now on, I don't want you or Mom involved in my life. Stay out of it completely.
You mean you want to cut all ties with us?
That's exactly what I mean. I'm glad you understand quickly.
First you tell me not to attend the ceremony, and now you want to cut ties completely? Honestly, I am shocked. So all those times before the wedding, when you excitedly showed us the pamphlets and plans for your big day, was that all a lie?
Was that all a lie? Yes, it was. I was just pretending to be a good daughter, playing the part of someone who cared. Consider it my last act of familial duty. But starting today, I'm officially a part of my husband's family, and you two are nothing but a burden. So cut ties with me. It would be a real nuisance if you came back into my life later, asking for money because you were struggling.
Is this something that your husband's family also wants?
I wouldn't know, but I'm sure they feel the same way I do.
I see. Well, if that's what you want, then fine.
Oh, that was a quick response. I didn't expect you to agree so easily.
What? Did you want me to put up a fight?
Of course not, but I thought you'd be more attached. I always figured you were the type who would cling to money, so this is a bit surprising.
Don't worry, Mom understands too, and she agrees with this decision.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. So, from now on, we're nothing more than strangers to each other. Is that clear?
Yes, I understand.
Just don't come back crying to me later, begging for help. I won't be there for you.
You don't need to worry about that. I can guarantee that's never going to happen.
Hey, what are you going to do about this? This is all your fault.
What? I thought we agreed not to contact each other anymore.
Shut up. This is an emergency.
What's going on?
The wedding has been canceled.
What? Why?
It's all because of you. You said unnecessary things to my husband's parents.
Unnecessary things? I didn't say anything like that. All I did was tell them that we were leaving. Of course, I explained in detail why we were leaving, but that's it.
That's the problem. My father-in-law got furious because of what you said. He's saying things like he won't let his son marry someone who doesn't respect their parents.
Oh, really? Isn't your father-in-law someone who values appearances and family reputation?
Apparently, he knew about the kind of environment I grew up in, and he was actually impressed by it.
Looks like it. You must have told your husband about us, didn't you? It seems your father-in-law heard about it too.
Yeah, I guess that's why he couldn't forgive me for treating you and Mom like that.
Oh, and by the way, I also made sure to bring up the money situation.
What do you mean by that?
You know exactly what I mean. Since you were about to become a doctor's wife, you went on a shopping spree buying all sorts of expensive things on credit, right? You said your husband would take care of all of it after the wedding.
Wait, you told them about that too? Are you serious?
Olivia, are you misunderstanding something here? You seem to think that being married to a doctor means you're going to live a life of luxury.
Of course I do. Isn't that how it's supposed to be? What's wrong with that?
Well, the kind of doctor you're imagining is a self-employed one, right?
What's that supposed to mean?
There are doctors who work for hospitals, and then there are doctors who run their own private clinics. The ones who make huge amounts of money are the private practitioners.
So, what about my husband?
He's a salaried doctor. So he's not earning anywhere near the kind of money you're imagining, like a couple $100,000 a year.
No way.
Well, with everything that's happened now, I'm not sure if the wedding is even going to take place, so it probably doesn't matter to you anymore.
Wait, please, you have to come back right now and join the wedding. If you do, maybe my father-in-law and my husband will change their minds.
No way. Why would I do that?
Because this is an emergency. I'm your only sister, and I'm in serious trouble here.
You said we're not family anymore, remember?
Oh, fine. Forget it. I'll just ask Mom for help.
Mom probably feels the same way I do.
There's no way that's true. I'm her daughter, the one she carried for 9 months and gave birth to. Mom would never abandon me. She'll always be on my side.
Well, I respect whatever decision Mom makes.
Just you wait. Don't you dare say anything to Mom that might change her mind.
Yeah, I understand.
Mom, are you on your way home right now? Yes, I am. Just as you wished. I'm heading back. No, that's a complete lie. A lie? What do you mean by that? I would never say that I want you and Jennifer to go home. That's all a lie that Jennifer told you. Jennifer, that's nonsense. I know it's hard to believe, but listen, Jennifer is jealous of me and my happiness. She would do anything to sabotage my wedding. And look what happened. She actually did ruin it. Ruin the wedding? What are you talking about? Exactly that. Because both of you said you wouldn't come. Jennifer made a false reason and told my father-in-law about it. When he heard that, he got furious. If this keeps up, not only will the wedding be off, but my whole marriage is at stake. Mom, please, you need to turn around and come back right now. Olivia, I'm really sorry, but I can't do that. Why not? Because you were the one who pushed us away. But that was Jennifer's lie. There's no way she would do something like that. She's always been the one to support your happiness more than anyone else. That's a lie. She couldn't stand the thought of being forced into the nightlife industry while I'm living a life of luxury. She presented me for it. No, she chose to enter that world herself, and she did it for your sake. Wait, what do you mean by that? Listen to me carefully. Jennifer was a brilliant student. She could have easily gone to a good university, but she understood that if she pursued her dreams, you wouldn't have the opportunity to attend college yourself. So she gave up her dreams and chose a path in the nightlife industry to make sure you had a chance. There's no way she would destroy your wedding after everything she sacrificed for you. You've completely disregarded her feelings. So that's how it is. Yes, I used to think of you as my beloved daughter. You were my pride and joy, but now that feeling has faded. I can't keep this up anymore. Don't contact me again. I don't even want to see your face. But Mom, this isn't fair. You're just believing Jennifer's side without even considering mine. It's not about fairness, Olivia. It's about reality. You've hurt Jennifer deeply, and now you're trying to twist the story to make yourself look like the victim. You need to take responsibility for your actions. I can't believe you're saying this. After all the times I've supported you, you're just going to abandon me now? I'm your daughter. Yes, you are my daughter, but that doesn't mean I can condone your behavior. You've been selfish and ungrateful. Jennifer did everything she could to support you, and yet you throw her under the bus. I didn't throw her under the bus. I was just trying to defend myself. I wanted my wedding to be perfect. Isn't that what every bride wants? Of course every bride wants her wedding to be perfect, but at what cost? You've ruined relationships that can't be easily mended. You have no idea how much pain you've caused. So you're just going to cut me off completely, just like that. If that's what it takes for you to understand the consequences of your actions, then yes. I can't be part of your life if you continue down this path. It's heartbreaking for me, but I must do what's best for myself and for Jennifer. You don't mean that. You can't just walk away. I need you. I need both of you. And what about what Jennifer needs? Have you ever thought about that? You've always put yourself first, and it's time you realize that family is more than just blood. It's about love and respect. You've shown neither. I was just trying to have my moment, to finally have my dream wedding. Dreams don't come at the expense of others, Olivia. You need to learn that. For now, I'm choosing to distance myself. If you ever wish to reconcile, you need to start with an apology. Not just to me, but to Jennifer too. Mom, please. Goodbye, Olivia. Hey, not even Mom will listen to me anymore.
Well, that's only to be expected. Why are you surprised?
What should I do? At this rate, I'm going to lose everything.
I don't know what to tell you. This is your own doing.
Hey, how about this? If you come back right now, I'll ask my father-in-law to take care of you guys. It could really work out well for everyone.
Huh?
If you stop working in the nightlife, then you won't have to work at all. Doesn't that sound great for both of us?
I don't need that.
Why not?
You seem to be misunderstanding something. I take pride in my current job. Sure, I started it for the money, but now I enjoy what I do. Plus, I'm actually about to open my own place.
Wait, what?
I've been saving my salary every month. Soon I'll be able to open a shop in Miami.
Miami? Do you really have that much money?
You'd be surprised. I earn about $100,000 a month even now.
What? Is this for real?
Absolutely. So I'll take care of myself, thank you very much. You don't need to worry about me.
So you're just going to abandon me, huh?
You're the one who pushed us away in the first place. Don't act like a victim.
Fine. Then I'll consider this a complete break from our relationship.
I've been saying that all along.
I'll call off the marriage myself, too.
Oh, is that so? I thought you dreamed of being a doctor's wife.
I didn't know doctors didn't make that much money. From now on, I'll marry someone who earns a lot more, so it's fine.
Sure, do whatever you want.
And when I become rich, I'll come visit your shop as a customer.
No, thank you.
I'm definitely coming. I can't wait to see the look on your face when you realize I'm successful.
Honestly, I couldn't care less.
Well then, I'll go speak with my in-laws. This is really goodbye for us.
Oh, wait a minute.
What now? It's too late for forgiveness.
That's not what I meant. I forgot to mention something important.
Huh? What is it?
I'm going to need you to pay back the money I lent you.
What do you mean, lent?
I'm talking about your tuition and living expenses during college.
What?
Isn't that obvious?
You lent me that money for my sake, right?
That's right. I'm your mother, after all.
This can't be happening. Are you serious?
Of course, the total amount for 4 years of tuition and living expenses adds up to around $100,000. You'll need to pay me back every penny.
That's impossible. I was planning on quitting my job because of this marriage.
I know that, but it doesn't change anything.
Wait, this can't be real.
Stop whining. This is the consequence of your actions.
But I haven't done anything wrong.
Really? You have no idea how many people have helped you along the way. You didn't even try to understand their sacrifices. And when you started to find some success, you were ready to cut us off without a second thought. But when things go wrong, suddenly you expect us to help you out? That doesn't work like that. Your current situation isn't just handed to you. You're standing on the shoulders of everyone who supported you.
Jennifer, please, just listen to me.
I've listened plenty. I have heard your selfish excuses more than enough. Both Mom and I are fed up with your whims. Don't ever show your face in front of me again.
I'm about to lose everything. You're the only ones I can rely on now.
Stop it. Don't cling to us anymore. From now on, we won't care what happens to you. Live however you want, but you will pay back that money. That's a promise.
How's Olivia doing?
It seems she's finally given up. Right now she's talking things over with her family.
Oh, I see. Do you think I might have said too much?
Not at all. The truth is, it's Olivia's own fault for acting so selfishly. She's been doing whatever she wants without considering how it affects others.
That's true. But I just hope she realizes her mistakes and learns from this experience.
Exactly. From now on, you should focus solely on your own happiness. I want you to be happy above all else.
Well, my happiness is tied to you being happy too.
That's sweet. If that's the case, I want to be with you for a long time to come. Your happiness means a lot to me.
I promise I'll do my best to make you happy. I want to repay all the love and support you've given me over the years.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It's nice to know that we're in this together. We can support each other as long as we move forward.
Absolutely. You deserve all the happiness in the world, and I'll do everything I can to help you find it.
I believe we will. Let's make the most of the time we have together.
Yes, let's cherish every moment. I want you to live a long, happy life.
Of course, that's the plan. The wedding ceremony that had been so eagerly anticipated came to an abrupt halt, resulting in the cancellation of the entire event and effectively rendering the engagement null and void. This sudden upheaval transformed what should have been a joyous occasion into a moment of profound disappointment for Olivia. As she navigated the aftermath of this unexpected turn of events, she found herself grappling with feelings of isolation and uncertainty, left to pick up the pieces of her shattered dreams. After the cancellation of the ceremony, Olivia was faced with the reality of being single and alone. The life she had envisioned for herself, a life filled with love, companionship, and shared aspirations, seemed to drift further away with each passing day. In the wake of the emotional turmoil, she knew that she needed to take action to regain control of her life. Determined to establish some stability, she began to search for employment, fueled by a desperate need to find purpose and direction. Olivia's search was anything but easy. She tirelessly scoured job boards and submitted countless applications, hoping that her qualifications would resonate with potential employers. However, despite her relentless efforts and enthusiasm, the responses she received were overwhelmingly negative. It felt as though she were caught in a whirlwind of rejection, with each no echoing louder than the last, chipping away at her confidence and leaving her feeling increasingly discouraged. As weeks turned into months without any offers of employment, the weight of her situation began to sink in. Bills were piling up, and the pressure to find a stable income grew heavier with each passing day. It became clear that her savings would not last forever, and the thought of financial instability loomed ominously over her. In this state of desperation, Olivia made the difficult decision to accept part-time work, despite the fact that it was far from the ideal situation she had envisioned for herself. The part-time job she took on provided a small measure of relief, but did little to alleviate her longing for a more luxurious lifestyle. Even as she worked to make ends meet, the desire for a life filled with comfort and opulence continued to linger in her mind. The allure of fine dining, beautiful clothing, and lavish experiences haunted her thoughts, reminding her of the life she once dreamed of living. Unfortunately, this longing soon manifested in detrimental ways. Olivia began spending beyond her means, making purchases that her limited income could not support. She bought trendy clothes that she couldn't afford, dined at restaurants that were out of her budget, and indulged in little luxuries that momentarily distracted her from her financial reality. Each time she swiped her credit card or spent cash she didn't have, it was as if she were trying to buy a fleeting sense of happiness and fulfillment. This reckless spending did not go unnoticed. In a matter of time, her mounting debts began to overwhelm her. The very dream that had motivated her to work hard and strive for a better life became a source of her anxiety. With bills piling up and creditors beginning to call, Olivia found herself in a precarious financial situation that seemed almost impossible to escape. Faced with the grim reality of her circumstances, Olivia made yet another drastic decision. She turned to the nightlife industry, a realm that promised quick cash and an escape from her financial woes. Many people find themselves in similar situations, lured by the promise of glamour and excitement. Olivia believed that by stepping into this world, she could regain control of her life and finally experience the luxuries she had longed for. However, the nightlife scene proved to be a double-edged sword. While it initially seemed like an opportunity for quick financial gain, it also came with its own set of challenges and pitfalls. Olivia quickly discovered that the nightlife industry was not as glamorous as it appeared. The pressure to maintain a certain image, the long hours, and the unpredictable nature of the work took a toll on her. Despite her best efforts to fit in and make a name for herself, Olivia struggled to accept the demands of the nightlife environment. She moved from one establishment to another, hoping for a fresh start with each new job. But her luck seemed to run out all too soon. Each time she was let go, it felt like a blow to her already fragile self-esteem. The competitive nature of the industry proved overwhelming, and she often found herself feeling lost and disheartened. As her struggles continued, Olivia's life began to revolve around avoiding debt collectors and managing the constant anxiety that accompanied her financial instability. It was a precarious existence, and I couldn't help but feel a profound sense of empathy for her. Her story serves as a poignant reminder of how quickly circumstances can shift, how dreams can dissolve into nightmares, and how easily life can lead us astray. On the other hand, my journey has taken a different trajectory, one that has led me to finally realize my long-held dream of opening my own business. After years of hard work, planning, and perseverance, I was able to launch my shop, a space that I had envisioned as a haven for both employees and customers. The process of starting my business was no small feat. It required meticulous planning, financial investment, and an unwavering commitment to my vision. I poured my heart and soul into creating an environment that would foster joy and positivity. My goal was not only to succeed financially, but also to uplift those who worked alongside me and create a welcoming atmosphere for our customers. Each day, I strive to make this shop a place of happiness and connection. I take pride in the relationships I've built with my staff, encouraging them to share their ideas and contribute to the business's success. We work together as a team, and I genuinely believe that our collective efforts create a unique and vibrant environment. As I look around my shop, I see the smiles of my employees and the satisfaction of our customers. Each interaction is a reminder of why I embarked on this journey in the first place. It's about more than just profit. It's about building a community and providing a space where people can come together to enjoy their experiences. There's a unique satisfaction that comes from knowing that my efforts contribute to the happiness of others. The experience of running my own business has been both challenging and rewarding. Each day brings new lessons, and I am constantly learning how to improve and adapt to the needs of my customers. I take pride in creating an atmosphere that feels welcoming and inclusive, where everyone feels valued. The joy that comes from seeing our customers leave with smiles on their faces is truly priceless. Amidst my professional achievements, my personal life has flourished as well. My mother, who has been my unwavering support throughout my journey, is in great health and spirits. Our bond has grown stronger over the years, and I cherish the time we spend together. Recently, we made a promise to each other to embark on an overseas trip together. The anticipation of this adventure fills me with excitement. Traveling has always been a passion of mine, and the thought of exploring new cultures and creating memories with my mother is something I cherish deeply. This trip will not only be an escape from our daily routines, but also an opportunity for us to bond together. Together, we will experience the joy of discovering new places, tasting different cuisines, and meeting new people. I can already imagine the laughter we will share, the stories we will tell, and the moments that will strengthen our connection. Reflecting on the diverging paths that Olivia and I have taken, I'm struck by the unpredictable nature of life. While I've been fortunate enough to carve out a fulfilling existence, Olivia's struggles highlight the importance of resilience and adaptability. The journey to happiness is often fraught with obstacles, and the choices we make can lead us down very different roads. I genuinely hope that Olivia can find her way back to stability and fulfillment. Life is a way of testing us, but I believe that with determination and support, she can overcome the challenges she faces. The experiences we encounter shape who we are, and it's crucial to learn from both our successes and our setbacks. As I continue to nurture my business and support my loved ones, I hold on to hope that Olivia will find her path to happiness once again. Every individual deserves a chance at fulfillment, regardless of the obstacles they encounter. Life is unpredictable, but I firmly believe that resilience and perseverance can lead to brighter days. As I look forward to my upcoming trip with my mother, I am reminded of the significance of family and the bonds we share. These moments together are precious, and they provide us with the strength to face whatever life throws our way. The joy of traveling, experiencing new horizons, and experiencing the beauty of the world is something we both deserve. Our journey will be more than just an escape. It will be a collaboration of our efforts and the experiences that have shaped us. I anticipate the moments we will share, the laughter, the late-night conversations, and the beautiful sights we will witness together. This trip will undoubtedly enrich our lives and strengthen our connection. In the grand tapestry of life, joy and sorrow coexist. As Olivia navigates her challenges, I remain dedicated to fostering positivity in my life and the lives of those around me. Each day is an opportunity to create joy, and I am committed to making the most of every moment. Though our paths may differ, I hold on to the belief that both Olivia and I can find our respective places of contentment and fulfillment. The road may be long, but with hope and determination, we can both emerge stronger and wiser. As I move forward, I remain focused on nurturing happiness in my life and in the lives of those I care about. Ultimately, life is a journey filled with lessons. Whether it's through success or hardship, each experience shapes us in profound ways. I'm committed to learning from every moment, using both the highs and lows to fuel my growth. As I continue to chase my dreams, I hope to inspire others, including Olivia, to embrace their journeys with resilience and hope. In this journey of life, we often find ourselves at crossroads where choices must be made and paths must be chosen. For Olivia, her journey has been a winding road filled with unexpected twists and turns. I hope that she finds the strength within herself to navigate these challenges and emerge on the other side with renewed purpose. In the face of adversity, it's essential to remember that every setback can be a setup for a comeback. Just as I have faced my own obstacles on the path to success, I believe that Olivia can also rise above her circumstances. The journey may be long and arduous, but I have faith in her ability to adapt and thrive. As I prepare for my trip with my mother, I look forward to sharing experiences that will deepen our bond and create lasting memories. The world is vast and full of wonders, and I am excited to explore it with the person who has been my greatest supporter. Together, we will embark on an adventure filled with laughter, discovery, and love.